welcome to my channel. My name's Maxine and I have put on weight in lockdown. Very first lockdown, I got in shape. I was put on furlough from the job that I was in at the time, and I really used that time to focus on myself. I kind of thought I'm never going to get this opportunity again to focus on me and what I want to do with myself. So I dieted, I worked out, I lost 23 pounds in maybe 3 months, 3 or 4 months. I got in really good shape. I was doing Cycle's Instagram bar classes because they were doing them on their Instagram live and I loved them. I thought it was brilliant. I got really fit, didn't have a six-pack, but you know, 32, I don't think I'm ever gonna get a six-pack. I drink too much wine. I was really looking after myself, my eating was on point. Like I was just really looking after myself. I just wasn't like eating crap, and I think now looking back that was my way of coping with quarantine, lockdown, whatever you want to call it, staying at home, life changing. So I think that was my way of coping with it all. Fast forward to now, we are 1 month anniversary, I wish. We are at the 1 year anniversary of COVID in the UK causing lockdown, you know, absolutely 10 out of 10. I love that for us. So we're a year in. When I very first started losing weight back last March, I had it in my head that we'd probably be out of lockdown within, well, out of COVID or out of the pandemic within maybe 3 months. I did not foresee it happening for this long, and I sort of had that as my goal, and that was my why. And now when I think back, that's a really, I don't want to call it stupid because each to their own, but realistically, is that the most important thing, how I look on a picture or how I think other people see me? Not really. So over Christmas, I let go. I was like, it's cold, I'm hungry. I wasn't even hungry, I'm bored. I want to eat chocolate. I have got a sweet tooth. So I ate everything. I had cheese boards, had everything. I just didn't stop. And then Christmas came and went. And then it was the next thing. Oh, we're back in lockdown, so I'm just gonna eat. No one can see me anyway. What's it matter? And I think I have finally realised that it doesn't matter what other people see, how other people see me, or what, not even how other people see me, how I think other people see me. It doesn't matter. What matters is how I see me. So for me, I personally, my why is that I just want to feel healthy. I want to stop feeling lazy. I want to be able to stand up from the floor and not be like so yeah, I want to be physically fit. That will naturally have a knock-on effect to how I look, I imagine. If it does, great. If it doesn't, great. I think I've also realised that you can't change how you look. I mean, you can change how you look, but you can't change the basics of who you are and how you look. So for instance, I hate my hips. I've always hated my hips. I have a really weird body shape. I'm very tall. I look lean. I don't think I look lean anymore, but I always used to look quite lean. And I have a bigger middle, but I have really skinny hips. So I gain all of my weight on my arms, my boobs and my belly. And the top part of my hips, which I guess you'd still kind of call your belly, like your love handles. But I have really, really deep hip dips because it's how I'm built, it's just my skeleton. And I think I spent so long hating how I looked, and everything that I was doing to exercise and diet was to change how I looked. Things that I can't change. So I think I've come to accept that actually I just have hip dips. It's just who I am. It's just in my genetics. That's kind of why I'm starting this. And when I decided that I wanted to kind of get back in shape and do something, I thought, well, I need to hold myself accountable, because if I don't, I'll just give up, because I'll be like, well, who's it affecting? it's only me. So I wanted to hold myself accountable. So I thought if I document it, it will hold me more accountable, which is my aim. I was looking for other people to inspire me just before I decided I was going to do this. And when I typed in to the YouTube search bar, get healthy with me, lose weight, that kind of thing, wellness, follow my wellness journey, that type of title, the only people that came up, and this is not a dig at any person or where you live or what you look like. You do you, you are your own person. But for me, everyone that came up was very young, very skinny. I imagine that they take very good care of themselves because they all had six packs. They tend to live in Australia or in California. Maybe a few in like New York or something, but for the most part, I don't really see anyone that was like me. Just your average 32-year-old woman living in England in rainy Manchester, where I can't just do beach workouts. I wish. And I have a full-time job. Like I work 40 hours a week in an office job. When I say an office job, I mean my spare bedroom job. So all of the content to me, it was very aesthetic, very pleasing to watch, but it didn't inspire me. If anything, it made me think, oh, I'm never going to look like that. And I don't want that. I don't want to start my wellness journey. Oh God, wellness journey, what a pile of wank, who calls it that? My health kick, I guess. Just getting my life in order. I don't want to start that. And my first thought when I'm looking at other people to kind of inspire me is I'm not ever going to achieve that. Yeah, so I wanted to make really relatable content that hopefully someone like me will like, or it might help you in your journey. I do want to disclaimer this by saying that I'm not professional, don't know what I'm doing, don't know what I'm talking about, I've got no clue, got no qualifications whatsoever, not just not in nutrition, just in anything, just winging my way through life, to be perfectly honest. So I've got no qualifications in what I'm talking about, don't know how to exercise, don't know what to do. So I am hoping it might inspire someone to follow me along in my journey. If you're considering doing something for your own health, then maybe this might be for you. If for any reason you suffer with any kind of disordered eating or exercise addiction, because I mean that addiction sell me by but some people that does affect. So if you over-exercise or you under-eat or you binge eat or anything like that, it's probably not the content for you because it might trigger something. However, if you just want to get your life in a little bit more order, then maybe this content will be for you. My goals. If I can work out how to edit like a fancy schmancy person, I might try and list these somewhere. But my goals are going to be, I want to try this challenge to start with for 30 days. I'm going to weigh myself in the morning. I don't have a target weight in my head. I think it's really, for me, it's not the right way to go about exercising and eating well. But I'm going to weigh myself at the beginning and I'm going to weigh myself at 30 days. I'm not going to weigh myself in the middle because if, as we all do as women, if it fluctuates, it will upset me and it will set me back. So I'm just not going to look at it. I'm also going to measure myself. So I'm going to track my measurements. So I'm not going to calorie count, but I am just going to be a little bit more mindful of how I'm eating. But I'm just going to try and control my portions a little bit more. There's quite often when I'm eating, because I really enjoy food, there's quite often times while I'm eating that I'm full. Because it tastes so goddamn good, I just can't stop. So I'm just going to put less of it on my plate, because then when I'm finished, I'll be satisfied that I've finished my plate. Try and increase, rather than cutting out, I'm going to try and increase the protein, because I know that that is good for you when you're trying to exercise as well. Increase my protein intake and increase my fruit and vegetable content as well. In terms of exercise, now this is where I struggle because I hate exercising. Like, I feel like that when God was making people, a bit just skipped me. I hate moving. I like to sit, I like to lay, I like to watch TV. So none of the activities that I enjoy are particularly active activities, which I find really frustrating because when I was younger I really enjoyed dancing. And last year, before the pandemic struck, I started dancing again. I found an adult Irish dancing class, because that's what I did, was Irish dancing. I found an adult Irish dancing class, literally like a 15-minute walk from my house. I'd gone to 4 lessons, I was absolutely loving it, and Jesus, did it make me sweat. And the pandemic struck, and I was like, oh, okay. So that's the end of that one then. So, in terms of exercise, I do enjoy dancing. That's probably my favourite form of activity. I think if I do an exercise that I enjoy, I will stick to it. So for instance, last year I did bar and I loved it because it felt like dancing. It didn't feel like exercising. Yeah, so I stopped doing it, but I really enjoyed bar. Now, Cycle isn't free anymore, but they do have an online platform. It is £35 a month, and if I'm going to be honest here, it's very expensive. And I have just bought a Peloton that hasn't even arrived yet. So in terms of exercise, I want to get fitter before my Peloton arrives so that when it does arrive, I can use it. So I am going to do the Peloton bar classes and walking. I love walking. Walking is the easiest form of exercise, so I will try to walk every single day. I will probably manage it 4 times a week, and then on the days where I don't get that walking, I will use one of my exercises that I'm trying to do on that day. So at least I'll be moving for at least 30 minutes every single day. So if this sounds like something that you're interested in, stick around. I'll be uploading on Wednesdays and Sundays. If there's anything you would like me to talk about or to include, let me know. Again, as I say, if you're going to join in, please do, please comment how it's going for you. I don't want to be on my own. We can do it, guys. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you made it all the way through to the end of this, then you deserve a medal. And I will see you in my next video. Wish me luck.